okay? Let's go to Jupyter, okay, notebook. You can just go to this website, Jupyter Notebook. And coming down, try it in your browser. Open this one, open Try Classic Notebook. If you are able to do all this step with me, it will be really good, okay? We're gonna do everything together. Okay, now we have this Windows. I can make it this one even smaller. Here you can see your script. So this area is your script or command line. There is some extra a string here that explaining about this Jupyter. You can just cut it. And here your command line is ready to just write in it. This is online compiler that you can use without installing anything, okay? Now let's go to Anaconda and install for who want to have Anaconda in computer. I recommend Anaconda because Anaconda is especially used for data science, for data analysis. It has Python inside. When we install Anaconda, we don't need to install Python separately. We can just use Anaconda. Let's go to this Anaconda website and install it. Here in left side, you can see installing on Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever is your operating system. So I have Windows. See the first option, download the Anaconda installer. Click on that one, and individual edition gonna pops up for you. If you download, actually it will push up at the end of the page, okay? According to your computer, if you have Windows, Mac, Linux, just install one of these two. According to your computer, if it's 32-bit or 64-bit. I recommend to use Python 3 version. Python 2 version also, in more than one decade, they use this Python 2. But Python 3 is updated and better one. I recommend to use this Python 3. So if you don't know your computer is 64-bit or 32-bit, just go here and search like this PC. Or, okay, properties. In property, it's gonna show you that system type is 64-bit operating system, okay? According to your computer property, just download one of this. So I have this one in my computer. You just go ahead and install this one. It's gonna take like 1-2 minutes. If you have any question till here, please let me know. And if you are done with that one, you can write in that like that comment area any question if you have. So if you download and install this Anaconda, we can go ahead. So I'm still waiting for you. So it's gonna take like 2 minutes to install and complete it. Then we can go ahead and update everything that we have.
Do we need the advanced options? Add Anaconda 3 to my path environment variable, but it's not ticked. So should I select that, or we just need?
You don't need advanced option of that one. Even basic one will be good. Okay. Here in your search area, just search Anaconda, okay? Search Anaconda, and you're gonna see 2 Anaconda that's showing up, okay? Anaconda prompt and Anaconda navigator. If you are not able to see this 2, that means you did not install Anaconda in your computer and you do not have it. You all can see this. Let me see. I want to see if you all can see this one. So everyone can see these two Anaconda prompt and navigator in your computer. Okay, Anaconda, we need Anaconda prompt. Go and open your Anaconda prompt, okay? Here we try to update our Anaconda. So let's tell it Conda. Conda is actually the package. It is a package manager app of Anaconda. We're gonna tell Anaconda to update itself. Anaconda update, Conda update Conda. Okay. Here you say that the following package will be update. Okay, proceed, yes or no. We're gonna say yes, update it. And we're gonna wait for updating that one. Okay. Now let's update our Jupyter. Since we're gonna use Jupyter Notebook, we need to update Jupyter Notebook. We're gonna tell Conda, update Jupyter. Okay, it will all requested packages already installed. Okay, till here we are good. We're gonna see if we have Python or not. Okay, let's see if we have now Python in it or not. See here for me, show Python 3.7. I downloaded this actually in August last year, so it showed this date for me. It's supposed to show this Python version for you, okay? So if it show it, that means you have it, you're okay. Let's quit and came out of Python. We are now inside Python. We should come out of Python. And from here also we can open Jupyter. The Jupyter will pop up in a web browser, I think, now.
Mine says the package is not installed in prefix.
Which one? In Python,
Jupyter.
you say?
Jupyter.
Jupyter is not installed? Okay, can you again say Conda update Jupyter? Write this command again.
It says package is not installed in prefix.
Okay, say Conda install Jupyter. Oh, actually, I have it. So say Conda install Jupyter. Daniel,
Okay, package not found error. The following package are not available from current channels.
how about for rest of you? Because I know when we install Anaconda, it has Jupyter inside. So how about rest of you? All you have Jupyter in and okay, the rest looks they all have. So you don't have Jupyter, and so it's not. Oh, okay. Just check the spelling. So it's do you have a typed error? So you should write Jupyter exactly correctly without like a capital letter or anything. Yes, actually it has. Yeah, it has it.
Yeah, it might be spelling error.
Yes, yeah. Type it again exactly as I type it without any like mistake or capital letter or anything. Because they are all case sensitive. So are you good now, Daniel?
I think so. It's trying to install, I guess.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good. It says it's already installed.
Okay, nice, nice. Keys said, I have a warning. This Python interpreter is in a Conda environment, but the environment has not been activated. Where you saw that one? Environment did not activate it. Okay, again, please type Conda update Conda. So, song.
Yes.
Write Conda update Conda.
Yeah, that's a warning. That warning is show up when I tapped Python. I finished the Conda update Conda and updated Jupyter.
It updated already. So what, when you say Conda update Conda, what it says?
Yeah, I think they look the same as it did, but the only thing I have is when I tap the Python as you did for the third step, and then here it shows the Python 3.7.6 is showing up. However, I got an extra warning about.
Okay, okay, I think you didn't quit. Did you quit after Python that showed that Python? Look, if you are, look at this directory that show here, okay?
Yes.
It shouldn't be inside anything else.
Yes, I do. I don't have anything else.
Okay, did you quit? Do you remember this quit part that I did it?
Oh, I don't think I quit.
Okay, exactly right, quit. Okay, you are inside the Python program now. Because of that, whatever you write there, it gives error to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, it looks good right now. Thank you.
Good. So Angelo said, I can't find Anaconda prompt. I can't find Anaconda navigator. Okay, so it's funny that you don't have Anaconda prompt. But if you have Anaconda navigator, it should be good. So everyone is good. Navi updates, you are probably on a Mac. Okay, I think Piper said, Angelo, you're probably on a Mac. Okay, probably for Mac is different. Yeah, I'm on Windows. If anyone, we are all set here. If you have a little error or you couldn't find this prompt, don't worry. Okay, we're gonna close this and go to Anaconda. Yeah, thank you, Piper. Okay, nice. Let's go to Anaconda Navigator and open it. This is our application. From here, a Jupyter Notebook. Everyone just launch Jupyter Notebook. Okay. It's gonna open a window in our web browser. Let's this new button in toolbar. Just press that one, new, and Python 3. Okay. Okay. Is everyone able to see my window easily? This is our script. If you are new and opening this part, probably it has a little description about Jupyter or anything. Just press this cut. You see cut selected cell. Just press this one and it will delete any extra things if you have in this area, okay? Just cut it. And then you can have a script, empty script line. This is your script line or command line. Let's start and write our first simple statement in Python. It gives me an error message. Okay, Kamar said it gives me an error message when I click on new. What kind of error message it gives you? Can you tell me?
It's just actually telling me that it says error and then cannot open Python 3. Should I just try again and launch?
Yeah, absolutely. You can close it and just open it again. That's it.
All right.
Okay, from the file, I'm gonna rename and give a name to our Python code. I'm gonna say lecture 1. Okay.
Okay, also it worked. Thanks.
Good, great. So I changed the name to lecture 1. Okay, let's go and start writing our first code. Before writing any code, I want to put a comment, okay? The hash mark, this hash mark that I type it here can make your line as a comment line. Your code would not read this line, okay? I'm gonna say like, hello everyone, first class, something like that, okay? If you press enter, it takes you to the next line. Each time that you put this hash mark here, your program would not read this line and just will jump to the, and not executing this line and jump to the next line. The first and easiest statement in Python, how you reach to this page. Okay, who's Afag asking me how you reach to this page? Sorry, where to get to this page? I launched the Jupyter. Okay, the new option, so I'm gonna go and repeat it again for you, okay? I'm gonna close Alt tab here for who is behind. Are you sure you want to leave? Yes, leave. You are all in Anaconda Navigator. From here, we launch Jupyter Notebook. Okay, new. Do you see this new? Here can show you options, what to open. We're gonna open Python 3, okay? Just click on Python 3 and you're gonna come to this page. If there is extra syntax and a string messages here, that there is a description for Jupyter for you that you're new and for the first time opening this Jupyter, just click this cut. You can cut and delete that lines. Okay, just click this one. And when you want to add a line, a script line, you press this plus here. Okay, if you are all set, we can start. So first, I said I'm gonna do a comment and put this is our first class. I don't have the button new. Half of my screen is in that big window of launcher. Half of my screen is in the big window of launcher. I could not understand you, son.
Yeah, I do have the 3D object and that column, but however, half of my screen, I don't have the new buttons on the right.
So you cannot find the new button?
No, it's not. We don't have the same screen, same slide.
Oh, you don't have same screen as I have?
Yes, I don't.
Is there anything else that okay, Key, can you go just open a new tab and create say Jupyter Notebook?
Okay, yeah, sure, I can do that, thanks.
It's actually same thing, okay?
Yeah,
here,
okay. Yeah.
Jupyter Notebook, as I showed you at the beginning, okay? It's gonna go to this just notebook and open the windows for you quickly, and just you can write. Let's go and type our first statement, which is print. Anytime when we want to print any string and message in our screen, we can just use this print statement. Okay, print write a print and then parentheses, open parentheses, and quotation mark. Anytime we want to print a sentence, something, a string, we put it inside the quotation mark, okay? I'm gonna say, welcome to this Python class. When you want to run this line, you press run here, or you just press shift enter. Shift enter do same thing as run, okay? Just pressing shift enter. So this is our first Python statement. I want to print like I don't know, some drawing shape on my screen, okay? I'm gonna continue to doing this print things. I want to just print something more meaningful. You can print anything that you want with this one. I'm gonna print something like what? Kind of, let me see. Let's print a shape of a tree. So like something like this can be like a tree that we are printing on. Okay, and then press shift enter. We can just print out something, drawing a shape, something. Okay, now let's go. I want to write, so I'm gonna write a story in my Python compiler, and after that I want to show you how we can change our data inside a story or whatever that we write in our computer. So let's write a story, and from there begin to learn more about Python. I'm gonna tell a story like Sarah is a 25 years old girl. Okay. She has a setting. I'm gonna continue and make it line by line. Copy. Please do and follow me so we can do everything together. When you type, you will understand more and better. We're gonna write a story about Sarah, and after that, try changing our data into it. Sarah is a 25 years old girl. She is studying what? Chemistry at University of Massachusetts. Okay, Massachusetts. In the next line, I'm gonna say more things about her, and I'm gonna say like Sarah is like 30,000 tuition per year. Okay.
Overcharging her.
Who asked?
Control A, Control C, and Control V. That's the fastest way you can do it.
How do you write print so fast? Okay, I think yes. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, I'm gonna write something else, and I think Dr. Brower mean copy paste. I don't know, but Daniel explained something. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Okay, so okay, 30,000. We're gonna add like more a story to it, and 20,000 for cost of. Okay, I'm gonna here add and 20,000. She's paying 20,000 also for cost of living. Okay, what else we can add here? We can write Sarah's best friend. Okay, I'm gonna say Sarah. Okay, Sarah's best friend is Sophia. Something like this, okay? Now, I just want to hear. Just think that we write a story, 100 lines, 1,000 lines, okay? And suddenly we want to change the name of the main character or change the numbers, tuition, anything that we put it here, the age. Do we need to go line by lines to just change them and type again? Not absolutely. Python give option to us and make this work really easier for us by making variable. Okay, we can create variable and put this variable inside to our story instead going back each time that we want to change name, age, and whatever that we want to print it out. Okay, we won't going back and each time to just delete this name and put it another name in it. We just make variable and set up that variable, assigning that variable to a value that we want. And each time we change that variable, when we put it here, the name here that printed out updating. If we press this one, okay, it exactly prints out the story that we had here. Okay, now I just want to change this like Sarah, age. So we repeated this name many times. This is just 4-line thing. If we had longer story, it would be really hard for us to go back and just delete each time. Okay, I'm gonna create a variable. Let's see how we can create a variable. Variable is actually a container. It's something that stores data and value to itself. We can assign single value to a variable or multiple value to a variable. When we give, so now we need to give a name to a variable. So it call it identifier. So what kind of name I gonna give it to it? So I gonna say main name. That's the name of my main character, okay? Here I create equal, let's give a name, another name. I'm gonna say Emma. Now you can see I create variable or identifier, okay? This is my variable that has a special name that I give it to it. And I put it equal Emma. Anytime we write a string to our code, we put it inside the quotation mark. Therefore, our code, our compiler understand that this is a string, okay? Now I'm gonna make another variable for age. So I'm gonna just write age equal some other numbers. So I want to just be 30. Okay. And let's also start the let's make a variable for this major. I want to change major. I want to make it like mathematics. Okay. Okay. Now let's also change the tuition. So each time is different university. We can make this a story for many people that they are in different university with different tuition, with different name, age. So each time I don't want to go through whole a story and keep updating and deleting. I just want to update everything from here. Okay. Now I'm gonna make another variable, call it tuition, and this time our tuition is like 35,000. Okay. Now how I can put this variable inside this part, my story. We're gonna do a concatenation when we appending another string toString that we have in programming language, we call it concatenation, okay? Here, I'm gonna delete the name of Sarah, and instead that one, I'm gonna put my variable name. My variable name of my main character was Sarah, okay? And put plus. And we won't forget this quotation mark. Anything that we want to print it out, it should be between quotation mark, okay? Okay, this quotation mark remains here. And where else we use this surname that we want to change? Okay, here also we use that. I'm gonna delete this one and write main name here also. Put plus addition and quotation mark for rest. Here also we have Sarah. I don't want to use this name anymore. I'm gonna say main name. Okay, name. And quotation mark. Okay. What else? So we wanted also change this age. Okay, we won't forget this quotation mark for this part. Okay, that should be inside the quotation mark to print it out, and also this part. Okay, between the quotation mark. No, what's happening? Okay, plus sign. I'm gonna write my name of variable, my identifier. I mean, I'm calling that. Yes.
For the last line, do you have two? I think is there a mistake there? The two quotation.
Oh yes, I think I did a two quotation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, that was a mistake that I put a two quotation, I think there. Okay, we change this. We're gonna change also major. We want each time just changing this major. We won't forget this quotation mark for both sides, plus sign, and just write our major in between. Okay. What else? We also want to change our tuition here. Okay. I'm gonna put quotation mark again for both sides, plus sign, and then tuition. Now let's okay, everything okay. Now let's print it out. Okay, when we print it out, so here I need to put a space. See, I don't put any space here. Okay, where else? Studying mathematics. After studying, also here, see, we need to put a space because as it printed out, doesn't have any space. Okay. And what else? Okay. Names paste. So before paste, we need to put that. Okay. Let me print it out. Here we update name. Emma is at 30 years older, and see everything updated inside. Okay. Each time I just gonna come here and put a new name, like Isabella. Okay. And just print it out, and it updates this name for me, and also any other things that I want to print it out here. Okay, now it's easy and understandable. Okay, for the tuition also we can put like other numbers. Okay, now we learned this part. Let's go and talk about this variable a little more. Okay, are we allowed to put any name that we want as a variable? Absolutely not. We cannot just write whatever we want here as a name for our variable. Okay, there is some rules about the name that you're going to give to your variable. The first rule is this. Okay, let me write here, make a comment, and rules of naming a variable. Variables or our identifier, I mean anything that we're gonna give a name to it and in our coding. Okay, the first rules is we are not allowed to use Python keywords. What is Python keywords? Python keywords are a special reserved words. They have a special meaning for the compiler, and for Python, they do special things in Python, like this print. Okay, print is a statement that do special things for Python. Other things like break, like import, and all other keywords, Python keywords. I will put all Python keywords and whatever they do as a PDF and upload that PDF every week. I will update also that PDF every week, put it in shared drive. I'm sure that everyone received that shared drive and have access to it. If you don't have access to that one, please let me know, okay? Let's see if we create a variable with a name, so whatever, what reserved word we have, like false. False is a reserved word in Python. So I'm gonna write a like variable and say this variable is equal 10. It's gonna give error, you see, because it would not accept this name as a variable. You should choose a name like, what else we can give? Okay, if also is a, see, if is reserved word, like import, yeah, I said true, that kind of things is reserved. I will put, there are few, not that much. We have few reserved word in Python that I will put them in a PDF file and give it to you. So this was the first rule, that we cannot use reserved word. The second rule is when we write and make these names, identifier, we cannot use a special character in, okay? We cannot use a special character in. Let me write here for you. Second rule is no special character. Okay, so like what? I cannot say art at sign equal like 11. So let's see, when we write this, do you see it gives error? It would not accept this special, any special character, but except underscore. We can use underscore, okay? I can put here art underscore like painting. This is acceptable, you see? This is acceptable. Underscore is acceptable. And let's go to the third rule of naming. The third rule is Python is case sensitive actually. I told earlier, Python is case sensitive. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? Okay, it gives error here because A here is we added with capital, okay? A is capital and it cannot recognize the previous variable that we created. Okay, the fourth rule, let's come here and write about the fourth rule. The fourth rule tells about the first character of identifier. The first character of identifier can be any string character or even underline, but no number, okay? First character cannot be a digit, an integer, okay? Like what? We can use integer into this, okay? I can use just one here. And let me I can use one inside. And it accepted. But if I use some numbers at the beginning of this one, so it will give error because it won't accept any number at the beginning. And there is other things, okay? As you notice, I did not mention any data type. Let's talk about data type. So since we know in other programming language, let me check the time. Okay, it's almost 2. Okay, I'm gonna quickly explain about data type. As you saw, I did not mention any data type here. I didn't say if it is a string, if it's integer or other things, okay? Because in Python, we don't need to mention if it's integer. So in other programming language, if I say a equal 10, I should mention this as integer and tell to the program that this is integer. But in Python, we don't need to do that because our actually code will recognize this as a like integer. And if it is a float number even, so we don't need to write if it is float number, because in other or all programming language, when it is a float, we're supposed to have say this is a double, okay, or a float or an integer before that. But if we do same thing here, we're gonna receive an error. Therefore, we don't do anything for integer or float number. For a string, the only things that we do, putting inside the quotation mark, okay? We're gonna use like, let's see here. See, this is the only things that we do for data types in Python. It's so easy in Python. And it's almost 4:05, so it takes a little more because I think 30 minutes we just spent on explaining how like tools and Anaconda works. In the next lecture, we're gonna also quickly review this part that we had and go to the input and output.